Friends, welcome back to Matters Bharata. Today, after a long gap, today we are going to see a small 3-minute video from DW. Let us first watch the video.
A German court has rejected an appeal by a 99-year-old woman who was convicted of crimes committed during Germany's Nazi era. Irmgard F. was given a 2-year suspended sentence for being accessory to over 10,000 murders when she was secretary to the SS commander of the Stutthof concentration camp. An estimated 65,000 people died at Stutthof, including Jewish prisoners, Polish partisans, and Soviet-Russian prisoners of war. DW political correspondent Thomas Sparrow has more on this now. Thomas, give us more details on what Irmgard F. was convicted of.
Irmgard F. was a secretary, if you will, for the commander of Stutthof, and as such she was responsible for internal and external communications, for transcribing letters and so on. And the big question that came out during this trial was to what extent she actually knew of what was happening in Stutthof. And judges throughout the trial were able to confirm that she was aware of what was happening in Stutthof during the 2 years that she was working there. When she was working there, she was only 18 and 19 years old, and that's why she was convicted of being complicit in murder in those around 10,000 cases. It's particularly relevant because her defense lawyers had actually hoped for her acquittal, asking or considering whether it was actually possible to confirm beyond doubt that Irmgard F. had actually known what was happening in Stutthof during the years that she worked there.
And this is just one of several cases linked to Nazi crimes that has been getting attention in Germany in recent years, isn't it, Thomas?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and many of these cases have faced similar dilemmas, similar challenges. One has to do with the age of the people involved. We're talking here of a 99-year-old woman, and the fact that the crimes actually happened around 80 years ago. Judges today, when they upheld that conviction, stressed that specifically when it comes to murder or complicity in murder, there is no statute of limitations. That's one important element. The second one is to what extent people who were not directly involved in killings during the Nazi period in concentration camps, so people like Irmgard F., who were basically working at a desk writing letters, or those who were working as guards, or those who were working in transporting things from one concentration camp to the next, to what extent these people were also responsible for the crimes that happened in Stutthof. This is something that judges have been considering now for around a decade, in particular since a case that happened in 2011, where they shifted their attention from not only focusing on those who were directly responsible for crime, so for those who actually killed the people or who operated the gas chambers, but also those who played a part in the machinery. And that's why this particular case and others that have happened in recent years have been particularly important when it comes to Germany dealing with this historical responsibility and dealing with the responsibility that comes with those people who were involved in committing those crimes.
Thomas, thanks for explaining that for us. That was our political correspondent, Thomas Sparrow.
We just saw the DW News article. That is not very long, it's 3 minutes long, but it tells us a lot of things about the character of a nation. Germany has always kept its history open, like it has told its new generation what the old generation went through and what it did, so that the future generation does not commit the same mistakes again. That is one way of justice. In this video, there is this 99-year-old lady. When she was 18-year-old, she used to work for SS. SS is the secret organization of Nazis. They used to identify families, and then those families would be separated from each other. A father will be separated from his child will be separated from his mother. They will be in different concentration camps. Some will go through different kind of pain altogether, but in different places. So it speaks volumes about how a nation deals with its past. If you want to see more about this in particular stories which are not like, it is not easy to watch, but you have to watch those things to understand the resolve of a nation. For example, there is one book, this particular book, which is a very good book on how concentration camps used to be in those times. Movies like innocently made movies, Boy in the Striped Pajama. But the ending is so. The ending 15 minutes will change the whole perspective of the movie. It's like what happens if you are kept in that position. Then there is the hit movie Sinless List. The whole movie is in black and white. I look at it, how I remember that movie, because the whole movie depicts the sadness, the pain, the sorrow, the separation. The whole movie is in black and white, except for the last scene when the girl, her dress changes into a red color. That tells you that there is still hope. Then there is the Pianist movie. Then there is a movie called The Book Thief. The Book Thief tells you about the Jews. It tells that in spite of all the pain, problems, education and knowledge is what they seek. That is why this tiny nation is so full of innovations. When I saw this video for the first time, my mind went to all those books and all those movies I have seen. In the later part of the history, when Israel became a free nation, there is a movie called The Munich. It also tells you about a nation. See how it ends up, no? I just started to see a 3-minute video and I ended up telling you about all those movies and all those stories. Because Israel and Jews have an understanding of their history and they want to keep it alive. And how do you keep it alive? You keep it alive by telling the story, telling all the story again and again and again. That is how history survives. With this, we come to end of this particular video. We'll be back soon. Thank you for watching. See you again. Take care.